8 billion people and counting. Are we running out of space? Let's find out. What are Mumbai local trains famous for? Well, the first thing that comes to mind is that they are overflowing with people. The local trains are set to transport approximately 7.5 million people every single day. That's roughly the population of Hong Kong. In his 1968 book, The Population Bomb, Paul Ehrlich recounted a similar experience of a taxi ride through the slums of Delhi. This is what he experienced. This experience escalated his fears regarding the growing world population. Other population controllers predicted that if population growth continued at the rate of 2% annually for 650 years, there would be only standing room on the planet, with only 1 square foot allocated per person. In other words, the current population of the world would have been 1,589 trillion persons, or 450,000 times the world population in 1972. Even though the actual population is far less than predicted, many experts claim that it still poses an extensive threat. So, is there enough space for all of us, or are we running out of land to support the growing population? First, let's take a look at how the population is distributed across the globe. 61% of the global population lives in Asia, 17% live in Africa, 10% in Europe, 8% in Latin America and the Caribbean, and the remaining 5% in Northern America and Oceania. China and India remain the two most populous countries of the world, both with more than 1 billion people, representing approximately 18% of the world's population each. While many people assume every part of these countries would be overcrowded and a replay of Paul Ehrlich's taxi ride, that's not actually the case. Asia covers an area of about 49.7 million square kilometers, which corresponds to about 30% of the Earth's total land area. In East and South Asia alone, there are 1.68 and 1.94 billion people respectively. So, the most densely populated continent holds almost 61% of the world's population. However, there are several countries with much larger area which aren't as densely populated. For example, Australia is the 6th largest nation in the world in terms of physical area, but its population density is incredibly low with just 3 people per square kilometer. Compare this with Bangladesh, which is 52 times smaller than Australia but has a population density of 1,265 persons per square kilometers, or Japan, which is about 20 times smaller but has 338.2 persons per square kilometer. So, we see that even though some countries are largely populated, the distribution is unequal across the globe, leaving some areas more populous than others. In recent decades, the world has been urbanizing rapidly. Today, 50.5% of the entire global population currently lives in a city and is expected to be around 66% by 2050. This means that most of the world's population is concentrated in cities, leaving large areas with barely any occupants. Think of a concert. People come from all over just to see their favorite artists. It's the same with cities. People tend to move to areas with better education, employment opportunities, healthcare, and infrastructure. Just as people continue to go to concerts despite the crowds, scarce parking, traffic jams, lack of clean toilets, sweaty, noisy, and maybe drunk fans, among other issues, people will continue to move to cities with more employment opportunities, better colleges, advanced healthcare, and overall improved standard of living. The challenge we currently face is not finding enough space to accommodate the growing population, but to ensure that cities in countries like Africa and Asia, where maximum growth is predicted, are prepared and equipped to provide higher standards of living. The UN predicts that the world's population is expected to increase by nearly 2 billion persons in the next 30 years. While this seems to be alarming, the population growth is already slowing down and will eventually decline. Do you still think that we don't have enough space in the world? If you do, please let us know why in the comments below. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Also, if you have any question or just want to have a friendly conversation, feel free to DM us on Instagram. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time.